boys and girls. Today we are going to learn a lesson about prefixes and suffixes. At the end of the lesson, you're going to create 5 words using prefixes or suffixes and use that new word in a sentence and define its meaning. Okay, so can I have Carolina come down? Okay, Carolina, what do y'all notice about Carolina? Is she tall or short?
Tall.
Tall. All right, so we all agree that Carolina is tall. Okay, what about Victor? Can you come down? Okay, Victor. So is Victor tall?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's put a sticky on Victor. Victor's tall. Okay, but who do you think is taller? Carolina or Victor?
Victor.
Victor. So let's put here taller on Victor. Okay, what about another volunteer? Samantha. You want to come down? Okay, so Samantha's tall, right? But who do you think is the tallest out of the 3?
Samantha.
Okay, so do we agree that Samantha's tallest?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so we're going to put S on Samantha. Why do you think I put EST there?
Because she's the tallest?
She's the tallest, correct. And do you notice that all of these have the same word?
Yes.
That is called the root word. Okay, and we're adding endings that change that meaning, right? Because Victor was taller than Carolina and Samantha was the tallest. So that's what we're going to learn about today, about how you can add endings and beginnings to a word to change its meaning. All right, so now let's look at this PowerPoint and go over it together to explain about prefixes and suffixes. Okay, so prefixes are letters that are added to the beginning of a word. For example, if we were to put this sticky in the beginning, okay? A prefix is added to the beginning of the word to make a new word. For example, the beginning re, un, and dis, okay? So the example of preschool, in the word preschool, what do you think the prefix is in preschool?
Pre.
Pre, good. And do you see how pre means before school? There's an example of that one. Okay, and a prefix, like I said, changes the meaning of a word. So if you say school, what does school mean? School is a place, right? Okay, so now we're going to have some volunteers work on this together with me. So Priscilla, can you come up to the board? And I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to add the beginning to it. So the root word is polite. Can you write polite? And the prefix is im. How did you know that it goes before that?
Because M is a prefix.
Good job. Everybody give her a 10-finger rip. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Woo!
Good job, Priscilla. Okay, Gabby, can you come up to the board? Okay, now you're going to do complete. Gabby, that's your root word. And what are you going to add to that, the prefix? What are we going to add to it, Gabby?
In.
Okay, and what does that prefix mean? What do you think that means?
Not.
Not. Okay, so complete would mean what? What would the definition of complete mean?
That it's complete.
That it's a whole, right? And in makes it completely different, which means it's not complete. Great job. Everybody, let's clap for Gabby. Okay, now we're going to learn about suffixes. Suffixes are letters added to the ending of the word, okay, and that completely changes its meaning as well. A suffix can also change the meaning of the word, and some examples are full and less, which means full is full of and less is without. example, in the word careless, the suffix, what do y'all think the suffix is on careless?
Less.
Less. Good job, Priscilla. Everybody give her a 10-finger whoop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoop! And now some examples. The root word is farm, and the suffix is -er. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Someone who.
Someone who, right? So if you go to a farm, what is the definition of the word farm?
It's a place.
It's a place where there's farm animals, right?
Yes.
And if we add ER, the suffix ER, how does that change its meaning? What does that mean?
Someone who.
Someone who does something, right? Someone who's in the farm, so somebody who grows crops, who has animals. Good job. A root word is a real word, and we make new words from root words by adding suffixes and prefixes. So we know that a root word can stand alone, such as farm, and it has its own meaning, okay? And a suffix is added at the end. And a prefix, where is a prefix added?
In the beginning.
Beginning. Okay, sometimes the root word is also called the base word, okay? So remember, we're talking about base words or root words, that is the same thing. So for example, in the word happy, what would be the prefix in the word unhappy?
Un.
Good job. Okay, now I want y'all to turn to y'all's shoulder partner, and we're going to do this, and y'all are going to discuss which root word, where is the root word in those, okay? Get a piece of paper, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to answer that. So in the word widely, what is a root word? Think it to yourself, and I'll ask y'all right now. Okay, share with your partner. All right. So, was this what y'all got? Gabriela's group, what was the root word of wildly?
Wild.
Did you get that?
Yes, teacher.
And how did you figure that out, Gabby?
Because li is a suffix.
Okay, and what about Priscilla? What do you think about beautiful? What was the root word of beautiful? All right, boys and girls, now we're going to listen to a song that's going to help us gain knowledge on prefixes and suffixes. Root word stands alone. What is a prefix? For. The for. Okay, it's at the beginning. Y'all can get up and move around. Okay, what's after the root word at the end? What is that called?
Suffix.
Suffix. Good job. Thank you. Full is the suffix, right?
Yes.
All right. Now that we have practiced some suffixes and prefixes, what I'm going to have y'all do is we're going to get in groups of 3. Okay, I'm going to assign y'all. And what I want y'all to do is y'all are going to create 5 new words using these Legos. You're going to use them in a sentence, and you're going to define its meaning. You could also use a dictionary just in case you don't really know what that means, okay? So now, for example, I have the word paint on my Lego, and I want to add a suffix. If I add ER to it, what does the original meaning of paint mean? What does paint mean? Something you use, right, to paint. So if you add ER to the word paint, what does that meaning change? How does it change?
It's a person who paints.
Person who paints. Great job. What about test? What is a test?
It's an exam.
An exam, something you do, right, to get a grade for in school. So if I add the suffix pre to test, what do you think that means?
Something you do before a test.
Great, Priscilla. Thank you so much. That was great. So I'm going to divide it on groups of 3. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Gabby, 1, 2, 3, Priscilla. All right, I want all my 1s here, my 2s, and 3s. And I'm going to pass these Legos out, and I want y'all to work together to create 5 new words and also sentences using these Legos and define its meaning. Remember, we are working together. I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on that. Priscilla? All right, and work together to create 5 new words. So, Priscilla, over here, what did you create? What new words could you come up with? She's working together, okay. Y'all need to help her, guys. Okay, over here, I saw that y'all created the word builder. What do you think that means over here? Builder, somebody who builds. And what about, oh, y'all made another word, bigger? What do you think that means, guys, bigger?
That it's bigger than something else.
Bigger than something else. And how can we use that in a sentence, Gabriela?
I am bigger than my little sister.
Great job. Over here, are y'all ready, group 2?
Yes.
What word did y'all create? Slower, okay, and what's the root word?
Slow.
And what did you add?
The ER.
And what is that?
It's a suffix.
Okay, and how did that meaning change?
Because it's going to be slower than what it originally is.
Okay, and how can you use that in a sentence?
Gabby was.
The turtles are slower than a sloth.
Good job. Okay, good job. I want everybody to do the grated cheese. Ready? All together. Great. Good job. Now that we have practiced on this together, I'm going to pick them up. And I'm going to give y'all an independent practice. And it's going to be a quiz, all right? So I'm going to get, this is alone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. It's on prefixes and suffixes. Remember the definition. How does it change? Okay, I'm going to give you all a few minutes to work on that. And why do you think prefixes and suffixes are important? Knowing the meaning. Why do you think that's helpful?
Yes.
Why do you think it's helpful? Understanding prefixes and suffixes.
Because
How is it going to help us in the future?
Because it changes the meaning of the word.